telling tales of redneck dreams. Have a good time. Cornbread Nation, where the laughter flows. Jack legs of the week and the funny stories grow. From breadheads and history to those 5 at 5. In this southern fried haven, we feel so alive. Hit up those donations where the locals know. From the beach to the woods, there's a magic to show. Dirt roads and dive bars, let the good times roll. We'll share some southern charm. It's good for the soul. Cornbread Nation, where the laughter flows. Jack legs of the week and the funny stories grow. From breadheads and history to those 5 at 5. In this southern fried haven, we feel so alive. Now Dave's got that humor, his joke of the week. Get ready to giggle, it's honesty we see. And Rob's southern word, oh, it's always a treat. With manners so sweet now that can't be beat. So raise up your glass for a toast to this ride. To the friends that we've made and the joy deep inside. With a side of cornbread, we're all good to go. In this cornbread nation, let the love overflow. Cornbread Nation, where the laughter flows. Jack legs of the week and the funny stories grow. From breadheads and history to those 5 at 5. In this southern fried haven, we feel so alive. So tune in each week, y'all don't ever forget. With Dave and Rob, it's the best time yet. From the heart of the South, we'll laugh and we'll sing. In Cornbread Nation, it's a real feeling.
Well, good Thursday evening. I'm Rob. This is Dave. We're here to do the Cornbread Nation show. How you doing tonight, Dave?
Ready to go. Cornbread Nation, let's rock.
Let's rock and roll this thing.
Glad to have everybody with us. A holiday week. Have a great time tomorrow. Be safe.
Absolutely.
Enjoy your family. You never know when's the last time you go see them because of passing, or you just won't see them for a while. That's tough. So enjoy your time together, and call somebody up, encourage them. They might need a little encouragement. And if for all you pet owners, I love you, and I get it, but it's about freedom, and we're going to have to rock some fireworks. So I understand the dogs and the cats don't like it. But it's just those things. We got to do it. Brother Cook.
There he is.
God bless you, man. Amen. You take care of your mom, brother. Can't nobody fault you for that. I'm glad you still got her, man.
Yep. Yeah. When you get our age, it's a blessing to still have them.
Yeah, they always say, and you hear it, but it's kind of hard to really see it until it's too late. But you're doing good, brother. I'm proud of you and Dean and others that take care of their, stay there with their mom. My son's been a big help to his mom. Others have helped, and both my sons love their mom and are there for her and help her and stuff. And amen. Amen. God bless America. That's all I got to say.
Everybody, before we get started, I'm going to put a reminder out there. This is our Cornbread Nation show. We normally wait till the end to check chats. We will check them. It will be toward the end of the show, but we are not ignoring you. We're just stepping through our little thing here. So guess without further ado, Dave, let's go on to get us some jack legs going.
I don't normally criticize Man of the Cloth, but I'm going to have to criticize the. Maybe we call him. Maybe we just call him the leg. Maybe not
Yeah.
Jack. Anyway, DC Archbishop, who criticized the president for deportations, has said, "Yeah, you got to protect your borders, but what he's doing is repugnant and inhumane." Well, they shouldn't have come here. I'm sorry. It's not an easy thing. Being locked up is not easy. Being put in the cuffs is not easy. Being put in the back of the car is not easy. And being put on a jetliner out of here ain't easy. But they brought that on themselves. He's just obeying the law like they should have. Sorry, sir. I got to put you there.
Well, doesn't it say in the Bible something about obey ye the laws of your land?
Well, there's a lot to that. I get, I get it. Where as people of faith, we care about people. I get that, but you still have to. You got to obey law. Got to obey the law. That's my number one.
Well, my number one is Mr. Hakeem Jeffries. Look, he got up there on this big, beautiful tax bill and spoke for how long? Hours and hours and hours, doing the magical minute and all that kind of stuff. You know, and then he had a picture of himself with a bat, like he's really going to do something. Dude, you're the minority leader. You completely failed at blocking any aspect of this. Why are you even running your mouth now? You're a complete and total failure. Shut up.
They lined him up to be the man, and it didn't happen because your boss lost.
He just stand up there with a bat like he's some kind of mafia dude or something. He's like Joe Pesci. He's a black Joe Pesci. King Jeffries, black Joe Pesci.
I think he's soft. I don't think he's that bad. But anyway, I probably get criticized for that.
No.
My number two, I don't have a name attached to it, but it's all the liberals crying about alligator Alcatraz. Shut your pie up. No, sir. That's all I got.
My segment goes out to a very large group of people, apparently. Well, not as large as some. But you boys and men that are pretending to be women and steal from them their glory, their scholarships, their titles, shame on you. Shame on you. I would tell you to grow there, but you already have one. So just deal with it. You're not women. You're not girls. You're men. That's how you were born. I mean, you do all the changes in the world, but women still do some things that you are never going to do. So, and they still compete under those conditions. So, no, you just shut up. Get out of it. Stay out of it. Jack.
Absolutely. My number three is New York City. New York City paid $5 million, $1 million apiece, for some porta potties, futuristic porta potties. 5. It's a pilot program. I don't know what's a million. That seems like an awful lot for something that's going to be really nasty and probably broke down very, very soon.
I didn't know about this.
You go, New York, 5 porta potties. 5 for $5 meals. Porta potty.
Dude, you talk about money down the drain.
Wow.
Wow.
That's a stinky deal.
Well, my last one for this week, this happened a while back. So I'm just going to say to the jackass that pulled into my front yard here and asked the dumbest question in the world when I came out the front door. To you, sir, I say, yes, I live here, Jackleg.
Guy pulling in the front yard to find that out.
I guess so. Left roots and
Nice.
everything.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, that's your Jack Legs of the week. If you'd like to submit a Jack Leg, send it to the Southern Fried Podcast at yahoo.com. We'll be glad to put it on air. Send us a little video with it. Tell us why you think they're a Jack Leg. We'll air that too.
Absolutely. Hey,
we've never
Janet,
had that happen.
Hey, Janet, I think you've got a good candidate. Send us one. Send us a video. You've got the candidate already.
I would love to have a video of that.
Yes.
We'll still do our 3, but we'll add yours in.
Absolutely.
We would love to do that. I don't look at those usually, but hers is a big yes right now, and I love it.
Yes.
Send them before the next show, broski. The next show.
Yeah.
Thursday. Anytime. We'll pull them down. You can just list them or you can video them. Doesn't matter to me. All right, we're going to our breadheads of the week. I'm going to let Rob do this one. It's a combo. It'll cover both of us and let him cover that. So, breadhead of the week. These are people that we respect, have a lot of affection for. Great Americans for what they brought.
I thought you was going to do the other one. I thought you was going to do the other one. I only got the one.
Well,
I'll go ahead and celebrate them. Huh?
I didn't look it up, so I didn't get talking.
Breadheads in history. We're going to do Laurel and Hardy. Laurel and Hardy. If y'all don't know who these people are, y'all have issues.
Dang funny.
Yes. And let's see. I'm going to do this real quick. Bear with me. I have information on Hardy because he was born here in Georgia. His name is Norvell Hardy, Oliver Norvell Hardy. He took the name Oliver in honor of his dad, who was a World War He was Civil War, wasn't he? No. I'm sorry. But anyway, he was half the Laurel and Hardy comedy team. Together they had 107 short, feature length, or cameo roles in films spanning from 1926 to 1957. They started in silent movies starting out, carrying on into movies with sound. Just a great and amazing comedy duo. They brought laughter in some dark times, like during the Great Depression and stuff like that. During World Wars, I mean, these guys kept it light. They kept showing people the funny side of life, and you know, but they wrote comedy history as far as I'm concerned. You know, they never get old. Just enjoy them. Laurel and Hardy.
Absolutely. And by the way, if you want to be a breadhead, all you got to do is send us your email to southernfriedpodcast@yahoo.com. It's on the scroll. And let us send us our newsletter. It's the Breadhead newsletter. You'll be a follower. Follow someone on the stream. Send us your email, and you'll get behind-the-scenes looks of things before everybody else. Because breadheads deserve that. So we love us some breadheads. Love us some breadheads.
Absolutely.
In fact, on the Rumble side tonight, on one of the channels, I'm actually the picture I put up is the breadhead logo. Love that picture. Makes me hungry every time I see it.
I still think my favorite Laurel and Hardy was when they moved the piano.
Yeah, it was good. I like it. All right, folks, it is time for the Southern Fried 5 at 5. Southern Fried 5 at 5. This week, it is a consensus. Survey said, voters said, top 5 places to visit in the South. Let's see if you agree. Top 5 places to visit in the South. Number 1, the Great Smoky Mountains. It's hard to argue against. They get 30 million visitors a year or something. There's hiking, camping, fishing. It's a beautiful area they've protected. You get a little snow. It's a wonderful place to go take a vacation.
I thought
There's
that's
other
where
places
Smoky
that are
Bear
very
came
nice. That's an amazing place, the Great Smoky Mountains.
When I was a kid, I thought that's where Smoky Bear came from.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Smoky Bear, who says, "Don't smoke, kids." Number 2 was the French Quarter. I've never been there, but I know a lot of people like to go there, but I've never been there.
Yeah, it's pretty neat. Keep your wallet in your sock.
A lot of drunks, I'd say.
Yeah, go there to party. If you're a party type person, you like to party, that's the place to go.
Number 3, I have been here. I probably didn't see everything. I need to go back, but the Charleston, South Carolina Historic District. I have been out, though, to see the carrier and the sub. I think there's a Coast Guard cutter there. That is a awesome area to visit. Is that historic district? A lot of architecture, old architecture. That's hard to argue with. Charleston is an amazing city. Their bridges kind of scare me, though, going in. I got to be honest. Number 4 is simply the Orlando theme parks. And I have been to Busch Gardens. I've been to SeaWorld and Universal Studios. I've been to those. I have never been to Disney World or whatever, Leisure whatever it is in Florida. But they have a lot of theme parks down there. So
Yes.
I know people that knew when there was nothing there and they fished out of all the ponds. It was an area filled with ponds and they would fish there. They said they hated when the theme parks come in because it took their fishing holes.
That's the same thing with the alligators. You know, that one kid got eaten down there a few years ago.
Yeah. And number 5 is the Savannah Historic District itself. It's also a great place. I like Savannah. I don't like parts of it, but that's a nice part. It's a good place. You could make a lot of recommendations, but that was a consensus of the top 5 places to visit in the South.
Well, while you're right there at Savannah, you can go out on the St. Simons, out there on the coast and everything. That's a fun.
Yep. And when you're in Charleston, you can go out and see the Civil War Fort. It's another thing you can jump off and do. A lot of cruises go in and out of those 2 cities. A lot of cruises. I seen a cruise ship come in one night. I got to camp on Sullivan's Island, the old fort there, and that was a pretty cool experience. That's your Southern Fried 5 at 5. Once again, if you would like to submit a Southern Fried 5 at 5, send it to us.
Yeah.
Make it up of anything you want. Just keep it family friendly. We're willing to laugh with you. Just keep it from being a cancel moment. All right, let's move on because we got lots to do. The Uncle Jeb's Southern Joke of the Week. You know, Uncle Jeb.
Oh.
So he sent me this. What do you call an old timer from Alabama who's still chasing tail?
Grandpa?
An old timer from Alabama who's still chasing tail. His answer is a hound dog who forgot where his owner parked the pickup.
He's wrong. That ain't even right. You call an old timer chasing tail in Alabama. From Alabama that still chasing tail. His name's Uncle Jeb.
All right, it's time for Rob's Southernisms.
Well, I got some Southern words of the day.
Southern words of the day.
First one is far.
Bar.
Far. F-A-R, far.
Far. Well, I had a phone
And
call.
the next one has some hyphens in it. B hyphen, fo hyphen, wa. Be fo wa. And far. I'm going to use them in a sentence. I'm going to use far several times just so I can hammer this point home. The firemen had to get on the far engine, be fo wa, they could go to the far. And yes, before has three distinct parts in the word. Before. And
right.
for my Southern etiquette today, hold the door open for somebody if they need help. You know, it's not hard. It don't take a lot of time. It's good manners. You see someone struggling. And just to be, up to date on this kind of, I know Game of Thrones has been out for a while, but that character Hodor, he was from the South. He knew to hold a door. Hodor. I guarantee you, he's probably South Georgia, right around this area somewhere. Probably, I'll just say, Hodor. Hold a door. Hodor for somebody.
Cool. Rob's Southern words of the week.
Yeah.
There you go.
It's Southern etiquette. Hold a door for somebody.
All right. Before we go to, we got fan mail coming up, but before we do that, Georgia Bubba dad joke of the day. Georgia Bubba dad joke of the day. Why do seagulls fly over the sea? Why do seagulls fly over the sea?
Because they're not called land gulls.
Because if they flew over a bay, they would be called bagels. That was actually pretty good.
I wonder what he puts on his bagel.
All right, we got some music news coming up, but we're going to fan mail first. Rob's fan mail. It's time. The legendary, the legend.
All right, we
Rob's
ready for this?
redneck powers of mail from
Yeah.
fan mail that has came in to the podcast, to the show.
We're going to do all kinds of magic on this because I'm going to give you the answer to these questions that have been sent in from these fans, and I'm going to use my other redneck postal service here behind me. I'm going to drop it in the mailbox here behind me, and it's going to go straight to Dave. Now, I'm on one end of the state, and he's on the other. This is our Southern Fried Podcast mail service system. It works real good. All right, this first one is from Sneaky Pete in Hayhira, Georgia. Oh, this is for what you may or may not want to say to police officers if you get pulled over.
Okay.
Edition. None of your business. From Sneaky Pete in Hayhira, Georgia. None of your business.
All right. Get her open.
All right.
All right. What is the correct response when a police officer asks you where you're coming from?
None of your business.
Your business.
None of your business. I mean, this ain't like a stop-o, is it? Come on, guys. Ain't none of your business where I'm coming from.
Then they call for the canine.
Yeah. This one's from Dunno in Seattle, Washington. Now, where'd you get one from there? Oh. None of your business. None of your business. Again.
Okay.
That is from Dunno in Seattle, Washington.
What is the correct response when a police officer asks you where you are going?
Once again, none of your dad blame business. You ain't take a stop on. None of your business where I'm going.
None of your business.
Right. I know they kind of feel like they're obligated to ask these questions, but we're not obligated to answer them. I mean, they go get the canine units if they want to. Well, this next one is from Lonesome in L.A. That's Lower Alabama. Lonesome in Lower Alabama. Bama.
Oh, Alabama.
One's kind of tough. Kind of racy, too. Are you looking for a date? Are you looking for a date? Dave, you might want to brush that one off. I might have left a bogey on
Yeah, thanks a lot.
it. At least I'm telling you about it.
That's why I keep sanitizer close by.
Are you looking for a date from Lonesome in L.A.?
What should you say when an officer asks where you live?
You looking for a date?
Now, if you're a dude and that's a dude,
Well, you never know. I'm just saying. I mean, dudes get lonely too. It's okay.
I mean, come on.
Hey, we're being topical here. We ain't judging nobody. They want to know where you live. I mean, you can reply to that, not like you looking for a date, or you can be like, are you looking for a date? I mean, it's all in your response there. I mean, just saying.
I just, this one right here gets me. I'm just thinking, if you're on the middle of a dark highway in the middle of Mississippi, this guy's like 6'6", looks like he just got off the playing for the Dallas Cowboys or something, and you say that to him, a date might be the least of your problem.
Look, I'm just saying that, these are things you may or may not want to say to the police officer that pulled you over, that you may or may not. Look, guys, there's times and places for everything. On a dark desert highway with a cool breeze in your hair and a 6'6" linebacker looking wannabe, you may not want to ask him if he's looking for a date. He might be. What the heck you going to, use some discretion, guys. If he says yes, what are you going to do? Well, no, you've had it. You're getting a date.
They might find a reason to take you in and give you a date.
Oh, yeah. We're going to do a cavity search. Get some guy with linebacker hands. Oh, my gosh.
Moving along.
Yes. This is from Sexy in Newton, Georgia. Sexy in Newton, Georgia. You thought I was purty. You thought I was purty. And that's Sexy in Newton, Georgia. Coming right to you.
I feel like we're going downhill.
You thought I was pretty. From Sexy, that's your answer for Sexy in Newton, Georgia.
How do you respond when an officer asks if you know why they pulled you over?
You thought I was pretty?
Once again,
discretion may be called for on some of these answers. My last one here is for Jailbound in Marietta. Oh. You too, Barney. You too, Barney. That's for Jailbound in Marietta. Oh. Well, when it grabbed that one, it went. You too, Barney. That's the answer for Jailbound in Marietta.
What do you say to an officer after a stop and they tell you to have a nice day?
You too, Barney.
Ow. Woo.
Hey.
A little rough.
Hey, use some discretion. not fair, there again, if you're on a dark desert highway, you may not want to say that. Just say.
There is Rob's fan mail.
If you have fan mail that you want me to answer, just send it on through on the thing down there at the bottom. Send it to the email there. Also, if you have Southern words of the day or anything like that, or if you have a Southern mannerism, send them on in. We'll include them.
All right, we're going to have a little bit of music news, and then we're going to take a 30-second break, and we'll then go to our destination of the week, Cornbread Nation destination of the week. Music news. First of all, Alice Cooper is to be inducted in the Radio Hall of Fame. Alice Cooper. I can imagine if he was telling the cop that. If dressed up as Alice, that puts a whole new spin on it. Congratulations.
You thought I was purdy, or are you looking for a date?
Either or. He's been around a long time. He overcame bad drug addiction, has entertained fans for a long time, and is a born-again believer. But Alice Cooper still touring and still going shock music. I've never been, but a lot of people have. On that note of overcoming, this week, in fact, it was yesterday, Nikki Sixx of Motley Crue celebrated 24 years of being clean and sober. That right there might be a miracle. In that world, 24 years, way to go, Nikki Sixx. And finally, for all you people looking for something to shop for your girlfriends or boyfriends or whatever, Ozzy Osbourne is releasing a new line of, yes, you got it, beauty products.
Ozzy Osbourne.
Black Sabbath, Ozzy, Mr. Prince of Darkness. Ozzy. No, sure, I need some of my new beauty products.
What is it, like wrinkle cream and stuff like that?
For the person who has everything, I promise you, they don't have this.
I think I might have to get some of that and send it to my uncle. Don't let him know it's for me. Just send it to him randomly. Oh, I think it's the people I used to work with that I might could send some of that to.
It'll be coming out. It'll be coming out. All right, folks. 30-second commercial. We come back with our Cornbread Nation destination of the week. We're returning to Georgia. We'll be right back. All right, we're back. We're back. It is the Cornbread Nation destination of the week. We're going back to Georgia. In fact, we're going to Andersonville, Georgia. Georgia. And folks, that is way out in the middle of nowhere, Georgia. There is the former remnants of the Andersonville Civil War prison.
Yes.
In Andersonville. But in Andersonville, they also have the redneck square dance. It's a big event. A lot of folks come out for it. It's the redneck square dance. It is a outdoor event. It's not indoor. Big event. Lots of stuff going on. Lots of events. We're going to cover 10 of those.
Can I throw one thing out real quick? When you said redneck square dance, the Bugs Bunny cartoon where he had the two hillbillies and he was calling square dance for them? That's what flashed through my head.
That's where we are.
Okay.
All right, number one. Here's the event. Some of the events, not all of them. Some of the events of the Redneck Square Dance, Andersonville, Georgia. Now, a lot of these events, it's a square dance. So a lot of these events are happening while they're doing the square dance. One is called the Great Moonshine Mix-Up. They chug moonshine. Well, they say it's lemonade, special lemonade, but we know what's in it. And after they chug some, the caller hollers, swing your partner. And apparently, I mean, he's calling it out. There's been known for people to swing the wrong partner or other things.
Just hope to God he don't holler do-si-do.
So the more they go through this dance, the more the lemonade takes effect. This swing your partner thing gets really wild at the Redneck Square Dance in Andersonville, Georgia.
You know, we'll be swinging
go ahead.
Feet, the hands, the head, the neck. I mean, a leg. Oh.
Number two is the tractor tar two-step. Tractor tar two-step. Dancers pair up. They roll a giant tractor tar across the ground, and they square dance around the tires while they're rolling. The caller shouts, "Roll that tire, don't lose your grip." But apparently they say somebody always trips and the tire goes rogue, and let's just say it goes into the crowd, and bad things happen. But they don't mind. I mean, they think that's it's fun. It's like a wreck at a NASCAR event. It's like they're waiting on it. The tractor tire two-step.
I'm trying to picture this being called out. Grab that tire and roll it. Let's see. Grab that tire and get a grip. Don't forget to take a sip.
All right. Number three event is the chicken chase chain. Say that 5 times real fast. Chicken chase chain.
Chicken chase chain?
Chicken chase chain. A flock of chickens are let loose mid-dance. The caller automatically incorporates that into his call. He says, "Catch that hen and swing again." Dancers form a chain, chasing the chickens while trying to keep to the beat.
This sounds like something off Foghorn to Leghorn.
Catch that hen and swing again. That could go a long way right there. There's a lot of stuff can happen in that. Hey, what you doing, my woman? Well, it said, catch that hen.
Don't let it lay. Don't let it lay again. Oh Lord.
Oh man.
Oh, if a woman catches it, I bet she's got to try some chicken. Did you know
Number
that
4 event is they have at the Redneck Square Dance in Andersonville, Georgia, is the pickup truck promenade. The pickup truck promenade. The square dancers then dance around the trucks where the people are all gathered in the back, and apparently you can pour beer on them. You can toss beer, throw beer, whatever, and they have to. It's a wet, soggy mess. But they are judged on how well they keep dancing while all this booze is poured on them as they dance around.
And the people in the back of the truck pour the beer.
Yeah, as they say in the South, the wetter the better.
Oh, I'm gonna ride my head up. Be some bad necks after that one. I'm not sure that's the thing. That's alcohol abuse right there. That could be considered alcohol. You know, they might be pouring stuff out of beer cans, but they've emptied them and filled them back up with water. I mean, who wants to drink water?
Or old
You know?
cigarette butts.
Yeah, yeah,
Shoot.
ashtrays, chewed backer. They ain't no telling what they gonna be pouring out. It ain't gonna be no beer though. Mm.
Number 5 event at the Redneck Square Dance in Andersonville, Georgia. And I don't have a lot of information on this. I think that's on purpose. It's called the mullet toss. Apparently, there's a little secrecy around this one. It's just, I don't know anything about it.
You see,
But they
this
have
could go two ways. Either they're talking about the mullet haircut or the mullet fish. Now, I know at Pike Place Market up in Seattle, they throw salmon and stuff like that around, and they catch them and wrap them up. And I'm just trying to picture if they're throwing a mullet around and they're trying to catch it the same way as they catch a salmon, or if they're grabbing some dude by his mullet and spinning around and trying to see how far they can launch him. It's Andersonville. It could really go either way.
It can go a lot of ways.
Uh,
It's worth the price of admission just for this one, I think. The mullet toss.
Man, I'll tell you what, if it's a mullet toss, that's going to be a stinky mess.
Number 6 is the hay bale hurdle hoedown. Hay bale hurdle hoedown. The dancers get in a star formation. They have to leap over hay bales while doing their dance. The caller yells, "Jump that bale, don't lose your gal." And apparently last year, some guy named Big Earl, his overalls got snagged on something and he mooned half the county because they came down. And apparently he was all commando, and they're still talking about it in Andersonville. Big Earl.
Now, what was that called again?
Hay bale hurdle hoedown.
Okay. Look, you better hang on to your girl because it's a hoedown, and it is there in Georgia. Just saying. Big Earl might not be the only one. Throwing it out there. Sandersville, Georgia. You never know.
Number 7 is the shotgun shell shuffle. They make the dancers dance faster and faster while they pass a shotgun shell hand to hand. If you drop it, you're out. And you have to sing a song when it's over. Winners don't have to. Why it's a shotgun shell, I don't know. And I don't know if it's still loaded or empty. It's called the shotgun shell shuffle.
The bad thing is they make you sing a song by Elton John. Acapella.
Yeah, after all that other stuff they've done, it ought to be entertaining right there. You're going to like this one, Rob. Number 8, the Barnyard Blindfold Boogie. Barnyard Blindfold Boogie. Yes, the dancers are blindfolded and they must follow the caller's instructions while trying to avoid cow patties, spies, strategically placed on the floor. The caller says things like, "Dodge the dew, then swing on through."
Do you get bonus points if you can guess the poo?
Maybe.
Have pigs and cows and goats and chickens. If you can guess what kind of poo it is, you might get bonus points. You definitely have to do it barefooted that way.
This might be my favorite. We got 2 left. This might be my favorite. Number 9, the Pig Wrestle Waltz. Couples must waltz while holding a very slippery piglet.
A greased piglet,
A greased piglet.
and they got to waltz while doing that.
Apparently,
That's
the
poor
squeal.
pig.
If you're able to hold on to it and it squeals loud enough that it drowns out the fiddler, you get extra bonus points. Extra prize for
Yeah.
winning.
Who holds the pig during the waltz? I mean, you got one hand here, one hand. They each have a hand out, then a hand around the waist. How are they supposed to hold this piglet? Like put it in between them and hold each other good and tight or something? That thing's liable to shoot out like out between them bellies like a butter bean out of a shell. I guarantee you Big Earl ain't in that one.
No, Big Earl ain't doing that one. Yeah, some people don't do every event. You sign up for what you want. You know. Number 10 is the firecracker.
I would pay Big Earl. I would pay money to see Big Earl do that with some little short girl.
We better move along. That don't even sound right.
No, it don't.
All right, number 10, firecracker finale fling. They end the night with the dancers. If you're in this one, you toss sparklers, supposed to be safely, while the caller screams, "Spin that spark, light up the dark." But there has been known for straw hats and hay bales to catch on fire.
Now, how do you chunk a sparkler safely? That's what I want to see. I mean, they did away with lawn darts, and now they're going to bring in sparklers. Let's put something on fire that's spitting sparks everywhere, and let's chunk them up in there. Or
Well, they have a
them around.
safe place for them to throw it, but apparently some people are very bad at throwing the sparkler while dancing,
And drinking.
and drinking.
And
throwing
moaning.
bullets. I mean, they've already thrown some
Throwing
bullets.
bullets. I mean, yeah.
Greased pigs. I mean, this is the finale. There's a bunch of people drunk by now. Bad drunk.
Oh, yeah.
Falling down drunk.
Yeah, so, I mean, it would seem to me that they should be throwing the sparkler at this point in time at a pack of bottle rockets. And then they play Run from the Bottle Rockets.
I can deal with that.
Or Roman candles. I mean, it's the grand finale. It's time for everybody to leave. So all these things starts going on. It might be a lot like that building that blew up. We was talking about yesterday.
Yeah.
Like took out 2 or 3 blocks, and pile a bunch of M80s and stuff like that up there and chunk them sparklers at it. Goes off. Better go home.
Needless to say, a waiver is signed before you can enter this square dance.
That's why they're still talking about Big Earl. He didn't sign that waiver.
I kind of think there's a few other events they didn't want to mention, but I kind of think as the night goes on, there's probably some naked dancing going on or something. I mean,
yeah, that's what I was just thinking. Like the moonlight skinny dipping. What is that? Mambo or something, and I'm just saying, synchronized square dancing, skinny dipping or something. I can see that happening.
grab your kitty.
Grab your old grease pig, hit the water. Don't worry about Earl. He's good to water or something. I don't know. Oh my gosh! Big Earl was in there because he cannonballed into the water naked.
Naked. I just see a night like this ended up with a lot of naked. It just seems like it's going that way.
I could see him losing the greased pig and finding it when Earl went to put his britches back on.
And you'll notice this is the first event we've not had any kids. There's no kids allowed here. It's just adults. It's way out in the middle of nowhere. It's adult only, and it goes late into the night. We'll just say that.
Can you imagine Earl doing that grease pig thing and it gets stuck in his buttocks and he's squealing? He's trying to figure out where that poop sound's coming from. Wing! Say it, you! Wing!
Dodge that.
Huh?
Dodge that dude.
Dodge that dude? Yeah. Oh,
I think I'll pass.
I think I will too.
Shout out to you, Andersonville. You go.
Yeah, we gotta have some fun with y'all too, everybody.
So we started in Georgia with the redneck games, and now we've finally made it back to Georgia. But we went to Trenton last week, though. But that's state of day. That don't count. So we had to go on down in Georgia. So they got themselves
real close to Alabama.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, it's real close. I think it's actually a part of Alabama.
It
really
well, most of them live on Sand Mountain, so it kind of is an Alabama thing. So we had to get on deeper into Georgia. Next week we'll go somewhere else.
Yeah. I bet they got some good ones over in Oklahoma. Oklahoma, where the wind comes sweeping down the plains. Well, let's see what we got going on in chat tonight. Cookser said happy 4th of July. We already had that. Roy Cook said, amen, me too. And he said, who are we bombing nowadays? I don't know who we're bombing right now. I know over in Iran now, when they play bingo and they call out B2, everybody gets scared. Barry said, Oliver Hardy's ancestors served in the Confederacy, 16th Georgia Infantry. That's cool. And he said he used to go to Andersonville Festival.
Maybe Barry's been to the Square Down.
May have. Broski said, let's talk some BBB. Or not. Yeah. Broski on Thursday nights, we do our Cornbread Nation show. We do chat at the end of it. We just run through it. Roy Cook said, laugh out loud, crying. Know that. Jess said, yes. Oh, that was on her vent, I think. I bet you that was on her vent. She's going to do it. We're going to get our first one. It's going to be awesome. Now, Broski said, I have some jackleg nominations. Let me know when you need them. Send them in. Do they have to be a specific person or more in general? Either way is just fine. Yes, BBB. Broski says Cypress Gardens in Monk's Corner, maybe, South Carolina, or where those swamp scenes with the old Spanish church were filmed in the movie The Patriot. Okay. Broski said, yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of law enforcement, but unfortunately it's necessary. I can finally admit that. Go along with that. Jennifer said, yuck. What was she yucking about?
I don't know.
I don't either. Yuck. Howdy to Barry. Dean Potts was talking about a pig in a blanket.
That's Earl and a pig.
Yeah.
Big Earl.
If he's that big, I don't think I'd call his grumpus a blanket, but
Well, kind of wrapped in there.
I guess. Be like a hot dog bun, wouldn't it? Oh. I'm going to let it go. Let's see. Jenith said, "Hey Dean, hope y'all had a good day." From Jenith. Oh, it was your envelope, my envelope to you, when I said you might need to brush that boogie off. That's what the yoke was about. Because I sent you a boogie through the mail on the envelope. So.
And we had a shout out from Texas.
All right, Texas.
Appreciate the shout out.
Yes, we
They
do.
said New York City is basically going to crap.
Yeah. Yeah. They've been going to crap for a while now. So.
That's from Mr. William Dietrich. Thank you for being here.
Yes.
Awesome.
All right. Well, I believe that just about winds it up tonight. We thank y'all so much for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed it. And I guess me and Dave will be right back here early in the morning. Get this Friday thing kicked off and going.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. All right. Well, Dave, you got anything before we jet on out of here?
No, I'm good.
All right. Well, guys, we thank you so much for tuning in. Tune back in next Thursday for Cornbread Nation. Submit some stuff to us, and we'll be happy to get it up on the air. See y'all later, guys.
So tune in each week, y'all don't ever forget. With Dave and Rob, it's the best time yet. From the heart of the South, we'll laugh and we'll sing. In Cornbread Nation, it's a real feeling.